Alright, what's up, family? I am back with another review. I'm so exhausted, guys. I had to work yesterday. I've basically been working all weekend. I had to work the night shift on Friday, morning day shift on Saturday yesterday. And I immediately went to the movies to go watch Endgame right after. And I had no idea how tired I would be. Because I took Claritin before, after I got home and before I went to bed. And I slept for like a good 9 hours, like, whoo, like, you know that feeling in your chest? Just, oh man, I slept good because I'm pretty sure I exhausted myself by my overall reaction about this movie because, whoo, let me tell you, y'all, I'm so proud of myself. I avoided spoilers left to right, up and down. Let me tell you guys, because my roommate decided to go see it Thursday and Friday, even though I asked her, hey, do you want to make plans to go see this weekend or at Thursday? Because I'm just like, sis, you could have let your girl know, like, damn. But, yeah, I got to see it Saturday. Literally, I got, like, when I got there was a whole line, because I went to the one in Douglasville Theater, and there was a whole line. You know, they had the kiosk going, they had the Ticketmaster people going. There was only, like, 2 people working there, so that's why it was a long line. I got one of, like, the last 7 seats left for the 5 o'clock showing. I was just, like, so relieved. And you know what? I got in there. I was ready to get snacks. I stood in there for 3 minutes. I was like, these previews only last like a half hour, so I'm going in. I sat at the top of the thing. I literally sat between like this older lady and this like young kid in high school. Let me tell you, my theater was so lit. We had everybody in there. Everybody just had the same energy. They kept the same energy. I was so happy. And you know how like your older people had like their side commentary when you go to the movies? I loved it. All right. Okay, let's just get into this review. Also, this will be spoiler review. I'm not doing that separate video. Your girl ain't got time. So, the way we started off this movie, I knew they were going to F with our emotions, okay? We had Hawkeye with his daughter teaching how to shoot bow and arrow, his wife and his sons in the field getting ready to have a picnic. I want to know why someone put mayo on their hot dogs. Do y'all do that? Leave it in the comments down below if you do that, because I'm just so confused. Then Hawkeye's daughter disappears. He turns around, his wife and kids are gone, and that's how we start off the movie. I'm like, damn. We then see Tony and Nebula in space. We basically see them play paper football, thinking, okay, you know, we're going to be here for a while. They've been in space for 3 weeks, about to run out of oxygen, but faithfully, Carol came through and brought them back home, and we get to see Cap and Tony together after, I don't know, after like 4 years worth of movies. They're finally face-to-face reunited, and he is in bereaved but losing Peter. We see Pepper hug him thinking he died. I'm like, whoo. Basically, they come up with a plan to take down Thanos because he used the stones again. But Tony, he is physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted. Like, you just look at him, and he got bare skinny. I'm like, dang, 3 weeks will do that to you. My God. So the team goes and gets Thanos, and he basically says, like, he destroyed all the stones, and Thor, who is feeling like a failure for not killing him or aiming for the head, he chops his head off. I'm like, damn. And then we jump 5 years. I knew we were going to have a time jump in this movie, and that, you know, I guess 5 years right before they put it on the title, I was like, oh, I was right. Okay. We see everyone basically adjusted to the new reality that they have, and this rat actually pressed a button in a storage garage of the Pym stuff since the Pyms disappeared, and Scott Lang came back. He's finally here. He realizes what's going on, and his immediate thought was, where is Cassie? Where is his daughter Cassie? I'm like, if y'all took Cassie, then, oh, I'm done with you, Marvel. I can't. And we weren't even an hour into this movie, but thankfully, Cassie's alive. She's a teenager now. He's just in shock that he missed 5 years of his daughter's life. She's in shock that her father is actually alive. So it was just an emotional moment. It was one of those moments where I'm just like, oh. We see that Tony, he is retired. Him and Pepper got married. They had their daughter, who they named Morgan, who was so freaking cute. Oh my God, that little girl. Seeing Tony as a dad was just so sweet. It was, oh man, it made it the later part of the movie just like more emotional. Anyway, we see that Black Widow has kind of kept stuff going. she still is trying to track down Hawkeye, who's basically become an assassin, killing all the bad guys who didn't disappear, because he is just heartbroken and just full of rage that his family's gone. We see Cap going to check on her. He just came back from a support group. Also, shout out to one of the Russo brothers who made a cameo. I was like, is that John Russo? I'm like, you cameo in the movie? Okay. Also, we got a lot of cameos in this movie. We had so many people from the past movies come back. I'm like, hey, what's up? So we see Scott go to the Avengers headquarters. We had to call in reinforcements. Hulk is a big old superstar. He's half Hulk, half Banner. I'm like, okay, you look cute. We also see go see them go get Thor. Valkyrie's back. Turns out the other half of Asgard that got on the ship, they survived. They settled in Norway. Thor, however, he kind of just went into a depressive state after everything that went down. He fat, y'all. His hair and beard grew out. It was just not cute. We were making side comments for that whole movie. I'm like, dang, take a shower. We see Cap, Scott, Natasha, and Banner go to see Tony, and he's hesitant on doing this because if they know that if they do this, then they could be changing the timeline, and that could mean he never had his daughter, and that's totally understandable. But he does let it, kind of stay in his head. He actually solves it in one night. And then Morgan's on the side just listening to her dad because he said a curse word and she repeats it. And he's like, hey, what's it going to take to not tell your mom? It's like, juice pops. I'm like, oh my God. And then they have a little thing that at her bed sounds like, I love you 3000. I'm like, oh my God. Tony as a parent. This is a whole new thing that we just loved for this whole movie. But yeah, the whole group's back together. They're coming up with a plan using the pimp particles. They try to track down the stones. They realize all three of them were in New York at the same time in 2012. And so Cap, Tony, Banner, and Ant-Man go to 2012. 2014, they go, we had Rhodey, Nebula, Natasha, and Hawkeye go to get the two other stones. I can't remember the names. And then we had Rocket and Thor go to 2013 for the Dark World to get the Reality Stone. I think it's Reality Stone. Okay. So we had a couple heart-to-heart moments there. We had Thor go back. He realizes they got to get it out of Jane. Natalie Portman makes an appearance, even though we don't F Jane no more. Natalie Portman's back. Also, Thor remembers that this was the day his mom died. And she catches him and realizes that it's not the same Thor from her world and that she understands why he's here. Because she was raised by witches, so she understands what's going on. And he has that final goodbye with his mother. It's just beautiful. And then we also, that was like one successful, they got two of the stones. They had to figure out alternative ways. Well, actually, no, they got three. Rhodey got the third one. And basically, we have Banner going to the person from the first Doctor Strange. I just watched Doctor Strange last week, guys. I really was not checking for that movie. Basically, he had to convince her, like, look, Doctor Strange gave the stone away to Thanos because he knew it was the only way. And so she gave it to him. That's 3 stones. The other 3, we had to figure out because... Okay, here's what went down. I'm not going to go play by play. I'm just going to highlight. Tony and Cap. Cap got the thing in the case, but Tony had to go get another one because basically Ant-Man took forever to give Tony a heart attack and Tony got Hulk smashed. But then Cap and Tony had to go back in time to the year he was born to get the Pym particles while Hank Pym was still working with S.H.I.E.L.D. So they did that. He had the one with his dad. Also, Yvette Nicole Brown with a cameo. I'm like, okay. And then we had... My goodness, I'm trying to figure out how we got every stone. We got the stone plus also Pym particles, basically the Tesseract. And then it came down to the Soul Stone. So Hawkeye and Natasha, they go and basically they went and found like, oh, we had to get the Soul Stone, but we had to trade a soul for a soul. Now, here's the thing I'm mad at. Nebula, you knew that you had to trade a soul for a soul to get the Soul Stone, but you could have told them. They could have... Like, damn, you could have told them you had to trade a soul for a soul. You had to have them fight over it to see who's going to die. Because they know that if, they die now, before the snap, they ain't coming back. And so we see them fight back and forth. And I was thinking Hawkeye was going to go because he just feels like he has nothing left. He feels like he's a murderer, but Natasha's the one to go. And I did not expect that, but also I wasn't really as emotional. I was just in shock because really Natasha really don't got people, but you know, the Avengers are her family. It's been her whole life, and it's just crazy that, you know, she gone. Anyway, they get the glove together. We have the only person that's strong enough to like do the snap and survive was Hulk. He does the snap, but literally his arm is almost burned off. And we see, you know, there's like sunshine, like the sunshine out here, birds chirping, butterflies, you know. Hawkeye gets a call from his wife, and we're thinking, okay, everybody's back, but is everyone back? And before we can even answer that, Thanos comes through and blasts the headquarters because old Nebula took new Nebula's place and brought him back from the past to get the glove, because basically old and new Nebula, their little peace thingies intertwined, and they're able to see what happened, and Thanos knows that he succeeded and that someone's trying to reverse it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm picking up a scarf from the floor. And we get to see, you know, everybody just trying to, like, get out. And we see Hawkeye trying to keep the glove running from, like, Thanos' dogs. We see Cap and Tony fight Thanos. And this is one of my favorite moments. When Cap channeled the Raygon hammer, we're like, yes, you worthy, man. You are worthy. We knew it. We knew it. And 4 knew it too. I'm like, dang. But yeah, it's a rough fight, y'all. It's a rough 3 against 1 fight. Thanos is really just getting them. We see him come for Cap, and he's like tearing apart the shield. And Thanos brings his like whole army against him. Before Cap can even like get himself together, we hear Sam's voice. Then the portal opens. T'Challa, Shuri, and Okoye walk through. When I tell you my fear, they were just getting so lit by that. They're like, yes. One girl was like, yes, our people are back. I'm like, let them know, sis. And then everybody just came on through. Everybody from every movie. When I tell you we were clapping and cheering, we're like, heck yes. And then Cap says, Avengers, assemble. I'm like, this is it. This is it, man. I'm like, forget Winterfell and Game of Thrones. We got the doggone Winterfell here. Like, damn. And we had so many moments. We had Peter and Tony finally meeting back up. We had, you know, doggone, oh, man. We had Thor and Cap switching hammers because he's like, oh, no, you get the little one. Then we had Star-Lord kindly just, like, have, like, a reunited moment with Gamora, even though it was old Gamora. So also the question, did old Gamora go back to her timeline, or did she disappear because stuff changed? So I don't know. The timelines are very confusing for me. But yeah, we see the whole Avengers crew kicking ass. And I just say Scarlet Witch, she channeled so much anger and grief over Vision, and she whooped Thanos good. And he's like, you think you take us? It's like, oh no, we got her. We see all our female superheroes come through. I'm like, yes, get information, yes. We get towards the end. Thanos is coming closer and closer to getting the glove on because he plans to wipe out the entire planet and start over. I'm like, you idiot. You do realize nothing changed when you try to take out Hap. What are you going to do taking out all of them? Like, you so dumb. God. And then Tony, he asked Doctor Strange during the battle, it's like, hey, the one, you know, outcome that you saw, please tell me this is it. It's like, if I tell you, then it won't happen. And then we see them, you know, on the floor, and then Doctor Strange holds his one hand up, and I'm just like, oh no. Oh no. This is how we're going to end this. Oh my God. Because I knew from the beginning of the movie when we saw Tony with his family, he's in a good, stable place. I knew that they're going to end it like his story like this, because he got the stones out of the glove from Thanos before he could do anything. He basically had his own Infinity Gauntlet on his hand, and he did the snap to snap Thanos' army away, but it was too much power for him, and it basically burns him out. And we see his final moments with Rhodey and Peter and Pepper, and it's just tears, and it's just, oh my God. And when that light went out on his chest, we knew that he was gone. I'm like, Because at the beginning of the movie, we thought he was gone because of the oxygen loss. But he woke up, and I'm just like, I was waiting for him to like maybe wake up a little, but no. When the light went out, I knew he was gone forever. Oh, in his funeral, everybody was there. Everybody was there. And I was just like looking at Peter. I was like, oh no, this is going to change him forever. This is really going to hit him hard. My God. Someone check on Peter. Someone check on Peter Parker, please. My God. And then, you know, Howie and Morgan, they have morning. He told her that he's going to get her all the cheeseburgers she wants. I'm like, you get her cheeseburgers, man. Thor gets Valkyrie Asgard. We see him join the Avengers. We see Hawkeye and Wanda have a moment kind of like teasing their, you know, spin-off shows on the Disney streaming service. And we see Cap. He is getting ready to take the stones back. And, you know, him and Bucky have a moment, and you kind of tell that he knows something that we don't. And he goes back. Banner turns it in. They try to bring him back. He doesn't come back. Somehow I knew that he wasn't going to come back. And then I thought maybe he switched places with Tony. Maybe. And then we see because we see someone sitting at like the lake. We see Sam walk up, and it's an older Cap. I'm like, you stayed? And then we found out he stayed with Peggy, and they got married, and they had their happy ending. I'm like, bro, you finally get to be happy, because they were teasing Peggy so much in this movie, and they teased her every movie with Cap in it. And then he gives the shield to Sam, passing down the torch. Sam, a.k.a. the Falcon, is our new Captain America. Anthony Mackie, you kept that in so well, because he was doing red carpet interviews saying, you know, being unemployed, you know, kind of closing this chapter. I'm like, bruh, you about to get that good check. You about to get that check upgrade. I'm proud of you, bruh. Finally. Because, you know, me and my roommate were talking about, it was like Captain America represented like fascism and Nazism back in the day. Now we have a Captain America who represents freedom and just the good in the world that it needs. I'm like, heck yeah. Heck yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited. All right, Falcon. And then we end the movie off with, well, actually, no. During his funeral, Tony actually recorded a video in case he died, because he knew it was going to happen if they went about the plan of going back in time. And he said to Morgan, his little girl, I love you 3000, and that's how he ended it off. I'm just like, Morgan is the new Iron Man. Morgan's the new Iron Man. I don't know what time jumps we doing, but Morgan's the new Iron Man. Side note, I really hope Peter is a surrogate big brother to Morgan, since Tony was a father figure to him. I really hope Peter is that that, you know, piece of her dad that he can keep alive for her. Even though we got Pepper and Rhodey and Howie, Peter felt like, you know, Tony was his dad, and he wants to do the same for Morgan. So yeah, I hope we get that. And then we end up the movie with Cap and Peggy in their house, finally getting that one dance that they promised they'd have. And I'm just like, I'm so content. So many emotions happened. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm checking the time because I got to go to work after this. So many emotions. I'm so content with how we ended this off. I'm just so happy. And really, Phase 4, it doesn't start until after Spider-Man. Spider-Man is basically the last one in movie in Phase 3, which is weird. Because it's just like, dang, we just ended it off and now we got one more? I thought we closed it out here. But hey, this is how we doing it. Anyway, I give this movie a 12 out of 10. Let me know in the comments if you've seen it already. What was your favorite part? You know, there's a spoiler review, so you can put in anything in there. Let me tell you, I had to avoid spoilers left and right because people were just outright saying it on Twitter and Instagram and all that. So, yeah. Anyway, this is your girl. Peace out. Real love. I'll be back with you guys on Tuesday for my Games People Play review. I'll have that up later tomorrow. And, I'll have the Games People Play review tomorrow for episode 1, and then Tuesday I'll put up for episode 2, and then I'll be back on Wednesday for my next Star review, because, yeah, you're probably not going to get reactions from me until, like, next Wednesday, because I have finals, and I got work, so, anyways, your girl, peace out, more love, have a great week, guys, bye!